And now, the Big Cheese Show.
Yeah, we'll get some chill time, and I still got to grab some dinner. You know, I'm getting a little bit hungry here, so we'll grab a little bit. If I get a little irritable, touchy, you know, work with me.
Okay.
So we're gonna answer your posts here. We've got two in mind that we saw a couple days back, but I saw them and I didn't want to touch on them. Loser for life. We don't know who that is. Somebody who is a Marsh listener, likes his rants. Brad, I'd like to know if you've ever been confronted, your dad, for making such poor decisions and advising us to be Jet Isles fans. I guess somebody does share your pain here. Past 22 years of my life have been terrible. Is there any hope for us? Brad, you have vented to me anytime that I do complain about the Dolphins. I've complained about the Nets. You've always fallen back on I've seen championships with the Yankees and even the Devils. How does it feel? I'm gonna kind of let you take it away here.
Yeah, it's kind of painful. You know, I saw the Knicks get there twice, no championship. I saw the Mets in there in 2000 against the Yankees, made it all the more painful. And
that's the Clemens bat throwing incident.
Yeah, and the Jets, I've seen them go to the AFC Championship 3 times. I'm just curious to see how it feels when one of your team wins a championship, because I don't know how it feels.
Feels pretty good. Not to rub it in for you Jet Met Isles people. I really do actually feel for you guys, because you are passionate fans, and on the Marsh and Cheese Show here, you know, I've talked about kind of in the past at least the Jet-Dolphin alliance because of the fact that we've gone through pain. You guys not really as much. You know, you get so close and you feel that pain. I just have pain all season, but it's not like that crushing, stabbing in the heart pain.
Or that kidney stone pain.
How did that work out, by the way? I think that was like the most overhyped kidney stone I've ever seen.
How was it overhyped? It was the worst pain I ever experienced in my life.
Yeah, when you had it in you, but I heard the pain coming out is worse, and you didn't really seem to complain about that unless you did it behind, you know, unless you didn't tell anybody about it.
I've heard from other people too that the hype lies within where it comes out. The worst is when it passes through your kidney.
Okay, well,
and that's what I experienced.
Okay, so they're comparable, is what you're saying. The pain you experience as an Isles guy, and a New York guy from Long Island who roots for the Jet Met Knicks.
Yes.
Isles.
Yes.
Okay. Too bad you weren't born in like 1970 and got to watch, you know, those Isles 4 Stanley Cups, or else you could say yes, you've seen a title.
I'm not.
Or the Mets when they won the World Series in '86. But you know, you were a little too young for that.
Yeah, I was 2 years old, so I can't really quite say I remembered that.
Yeah. At least you're not lying to us here. Jersey Mike, can you touch on what drinks are acceptable in certain situations? Is it against bro code to drink a non-fruity martini, margarita, glass of wine, etc. on a date? Does it change if it's a prospect versus a girlfriend? Or should we as bros always stick to the beam and diet beer type drinks? Jersey Mike, no, I do not think you lose your bro code drinking drinks like that. I'm not a martini guy personally. I don't like olives. I don't like salty drinks. If I see somebody drinking a vodka martini, no, I don't. And I'm a bro. I am definitely a bro, and I don't think there's anything wrong with a martini. I don't. A margarita, I think they're situational. You're drinking one in December when it's freezing cold out. You're trying to make a statement. You're drinking one in Florida, or you're drinking one during the summer at Secrets in Ocean City. I'm okay with it. Glass of wine. I'm a red wine guy, so I don't think there's anything wrong on a date drinking red wine. And to answer your second question, Mike, no, I don't think if it changes if it's a prospect or it's a girlfriend. What changes is, like I mentioned on a prior segment, probably the quality. Because to me, red wine, I could probably drink a $10 bottle and a $150 bottle, and I'm not a wine connoisseur yet, or I'm going to know the difference. I think if it's got a nice fancy name and it looks good, I'm good with it. I'm a fan of sangria personally, Mike. Try that out when you're on your date, when you're on your future dates.
I think beam and diet's a little excessive for being on a date.
Couldn't agree more. I think beam and diet, if you're on a date, might give off the wrong signal to a girl. Like, you're looking to get aggressive quick. You're with your bros, sitting around on a Saturday night, ready to go out watching college football. I'm totally okay with that. And I'm okay with a beam and diet, mate. I think a beam and diet is more acceptable with a girlfriend, a prospect you're going to chase off, bros. That's how I feel about that, so no. I don't think it's against bro code. I'm trying to think of drinks kind of off the top of my head that are not except maybe like an amaretto sour. I think are kind of against bro code at all times. Any of these fruity drinks are okay. Like I said, at a beach setting,
I'd stay away from the near beers probably.
What is that?
Like an old Duels.
Oh yeah, well, you're not really drinking then. That's
well, if you don't want to drink, stick to your Diet Coke.
Right.
What do you
drink to your seltzer and a lime in it? Don't drink no Duels. I agree with that. So there's a couple posts we're getting in here today. We'll touch on more of them on Thursday, but we wanted to get those segments answered. If you're going on a date, listen to me when it comes to your drink specials. If you're with a prospect, it's very important your drink. Get a bottle of wine. Suck it up. Maybe don't spend as much on food, but get that nice bottle of wine.
Definitely don't order a salad as an entree. That's a huge mistake.
Huge mistake. That's a lunch thing only, bros. You don't need a beam and diet right off the bat. And, shout out to my Long Islanders. Not mine, Brad's, but you've gone through some pain. I'd rather see the Yankees win it. Yeah, there's room in the Yankee community for you, Brad.
I'm pretty fine in my Met community,
Okay, fine.